Good evening, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy first business day of December. Last month of the year, last month of the decade. I mean, it's amazing that when you start thinking that way is just a few days before this whole decade ends, and it's going to be 2020. I can just imagine kids are going to be born in 2020 and beyond. And it's just, kind of interesting to think about it that way. And I hope you had an amazing day. I hope you're excited as me to be here tonight. I always look forward to this call because it gives me the chance to share with you guys what is in my heart and in my mind about our business, about United, about our opportunity, and more importantly, about our dreams and goals that are, probably something that has fueled my fire for so many years. And it's been something that I've, been so thankful to been exposed to people that have helped me believe in things that maybe seemed impossible at the time. And I think that's one of the things that we need to catch along the way. I believe that, you're not necessarily born an entrepreneur. You can become an entrepreneur along the way. It's just a matter of how much time, effort, and energy are you willing to invest in your dreams and goals, in your true dreams and goals, and be beautifully obsessed with accomplishing them and with pursuing it with all your might and with all your energy and with all your thoughts and your heart. And every cell of your body gets aligned. And God made us in such a perfect way that when we think about things that are in alignment with our heart and we start feeling those things, it's amazing. But your happiness levels skyrockets. And one of the things I want to announce today is, I thought of December and what can we do in December to really increase our level of perspective and increase our level of belief and increase our level of belief in ourselves more than anything. It's funny how as you are building the business and as you are talking to people and you're encouraging and you're edifying and you are pouring your heart to others, every single little thing that you read, every single little thing that you listen to, every single thing that you start capturing around you starts talking to you about this. It's almost like when you are shopping for a car, right? When you're shopping for a car and you're shopping for a specific model of car, all of a sudden, I don't know if it has happened to you, it has happened to me so many times, all of a sudden, you start seeing on the road a whole bunch of that car, right? And it's because your mind is becoming aware and is paying attention to that particular thing that your heart desires, right? That you have put energy, effort, and focus on. So I was at watching in the movies Frozen 2 with my kids yesterday, and Anna tells Elsa something that just kept ringing in my ears and then my mind and then my heart, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And it was something that I think about every single United member that I talk to, something that I think about every United member that starts their journey, that is in their journey. And it's that, and she said to her, I hope you could see yourself how I see you, right? And the intent of this was, I hope you can see yourself as a winner. I hope you can see yourself as victorious, as brave, as courageous, as strong, as fearless, and as unstoppable. And today I was, it's funny how, things kind of evolve. And today I went to go get my plates for my truck. And I actually had a little accident. I got off my truck and I slipped on the ice. And thankfully I have decent reflexes still. And maybe it's because I exercise, but I was able to catch myself on the running board of my truck. I destroyed my thumb in the process. I hope it's not broken. But I went in to the to the DMV, and my thumb is bleeding, right? It's like the whole skin of my left thumb came off, and I don't want to show you pictures because it's gross, but the whole skin of my left thumb came off, and I have a piece of tissue, right? And the lady at DMV says, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay." I need to get my plates. And I was thinking about it, and quickly after this happened, I could have thought, man, how unlucky. I'm going to go home. I'm going to lay in bed. I'm going to, feel sorry for myself or whatever. But instead I started thinking, thank God I didn't fall on my head, right? Thank God I didn't break an arm or a leg or something like that. And it's only my thumb that will heal in a week or two, and that helped me bounce back so fast. And one of the things that I was thinking, because I wanted to customize plates with the support our troops American flag on them, and I'm like, what do I get, right? And I wanted to get legend, and unfortunately it was taken. So instead I got unstoppable, right? And obviously I can't have the vowels, but it's understandable, unstoppable. And it's because when you focus on the things that you want, and when you're grateful for what you have, there's really nothing that is in your way. Nothing that is in your way. So I want December for all of us to be December, gratitude December. I'm going to start sharing some videos, some posts throughout the month. I'm going to help with the help of our marketing team. I'm going to start putting some messages out on email, on the chatbot messenger, about doing little things throughout this month that help us recenter, refocus during every single day of the month, to be grateful, to be thankful for what we already have, right? And some of these things are going to be very simple things, like, day one is tomorrow. We're going to write a list of all the positive emotions you felt today, right? At the end of the day, I want you to take 5 minutes to write the list of the positive emotions that you felt today throughout your day. Because, the first day might not be the best one, just because as we go into the holidays, for many people, the holidays are great times of the year, are happy times of the year, but for many people are not so much, right? Not everybody gets to go home for Christmas. Not everybody gets to be with their family for Christmas. Not everybody has their loved ones for Christmas. So I want us to kind of be in an ecosystem that encourages gratefulness, and that hopefully you can share with somebody else. Even if they've told you no before to this opportunity, I want us to spread this gratitude to other people, and to people that might be even in your chicken list, right? Because we always think about, oh man, I need to go pitch this guy, he's super successful and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Many times we have to build a bridge first. We have to warm things up first. So those are some of the things, we're going to do things like, hey, go outside in nature, look around, and be grateful for what you have around. Maybe you live in the mountains like we do. Ron and I, we're going to come outside and look at all the snow and be grateful for that, right? Be grateful for the black ice that was at the base of my truck when I came out of it and slipped. I need to be more careful next time, right? It was my fault, guys. It was nobody's fault but mine. I was in a hurry. I wanted to get my stuff done. I came off the truck, slipped, fell, hurt myself. But it's really, at the end of the day, my fault for not paying attention, right? So I hope you guys can join me on this. I hope you guys can share this. I hope this is something that adds momentum. And really what I want to build is a fire that burns so bright in your heart, in your mind, that going into 2020, and December is going to be amazing. I know it already. November was spectacular. I know it already. December is going to be even more so. And then 2020, guys, is going to be a runway to success. So Ron, if you want to say a few words, please do.
Yeah, you bet. And speaking of the mountains, Martha and I are going to go up into the mountains for the next few days, and just so grateful to live in this incredible country that gives us the freedoms to go out and create our own future. And just like Carlos is saying, we are incredibly excited, guys. There's a groundswell coming on, and just really sharing value with people. How can I help you? Carlos, you've been talking about this a great deal, and it's really echoing with a lot of people that, it's not, don't get in the mindset of trying to pitch this business. Get in the mindset of how we can help people, and how we can add value to them. It's creation. You're being very creative when you're going in this direction. And I know 2020 is going to be the year that transforms TrueNited. It's really at the groundswell point. And I just think we need to go with reckless abandon and look for people that understand how rare of an opportunity this is to be on the true ground floor of a company that can change their lives and potentially can change the destiny of their family. I mean, guys, we need to be speaking big. We need to be speaking bold. We need to be casting a vision for where we're going for people. And the ones that are looking now are going to be caught up in that. And I just am so excited about this next decade. And we're right at the forefront. So guys, just plan for 2020 to be absolutely massive for you, and share your vision with those of us that want to partner with you, that we want to do all we can to help you be successful any way that we can.
Yes. There's two questions, guys, that I want you to ask yourselves when you're talking to people. Who is this person? Ask yourself that. Understand who that person is. Because when you understand who that person is, it helps you make it about themselves. Not about yourself, but about them. And then the second question is, how do I add value to this person that is in front of me or that I'm going to talk to right now? These two questions will change completely the perspective of you trying to sell them on an opportunity or pitching them something. And then it will make it about them in such a way that they're going to feel genuine appreciation. You're going to make him feel important. And I'm going to have Roger here in a minute share a testimonial about this, because he had an amazing story today, and I shared with the leaders today a phone call that I had with him, and also he's on a video that we produced during a meeting in Phoenix last week, and it was important. But before that, I want to give recognition, guys. I want to recognize all the pace setters that accomplished in the month of November. This is something that I'm going to be real frank and honest with you. We haven't done a good enough job in the past, and I am completely okay to admit that moving forward, we're going to do so much better at this. This is very important. So I want to recognize our leaders and top leaders of TrueNited. Kevin Blake Weldon, influencer in the month of November. Congratulations, Kevin. We love you. You're amazing, buddy. Dennis Burback, pace setter. James Katina, pace setter. Steve Dixon, pace setter. Family Time, whoever that is, pace setter. Mike Feinberg, pace setter. Changing It Forward, pace setter. Francine Kerensky, pace setter. Good job, Francine. Arnold and Sparkle Clegg, my dear friends, pace setters. Melinda Vachon, pace setter. Sarah Weldon, Kevin's daughter, pace setter. Bonita Woods, Bonnie Woods, amazing job, Bonnie, pace setter. Cheryl Carson, pace setter. James Wood, good job, my brother, pace setter. Mike Muller, pace setter. Rich Linehan, pace setter. Wayne Groove, pace setter. Gilmore Gabriel, pace setter. Reverend Dave Whitmer, pace setter, man, with amazing amount of points too. Almost 400 points, brother. John Pershing, pace setter. And guys, there is abundance of promoters all over TrueNited. It will probably take me the whole hour to go through all the promoters as well. But you know what? This list is going to continue to grow, continue to explode, continue to really get to a place where it's going to be too many to mention. And if we have to do an hour long to recognize everybody, then we will do. And for those that were so close, for those that almost made it, keep trying. Don't give up. Do not give up. You are so very close. It's amazing to hear stories of success. It takes sometimes months. It takes sometimes years. It takes sometimes more than that. But you know what? As long as you don't quit and you enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, you are moving forward. You know, many times we get stuck in a rut, and it's something that it's hard to get out of. And that's exactly why I wanted to bring Roger to share with us what has happened to him in the last few days, because it has been a change. So let me find him here on the list real fast, and then we'll add him to the call real quick. Hey, Roger, buddy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you very well. How you doing?
Doing awesome, brother. You should be able to turn on your video as well.
How do I do that?
Um,
Start my video?
yeah, that would do it.
Oh my God, there I am.
There
it
you
must
go.
be dark in this room.
No, you're handsome as usual, brother.
Well, I tell you what, I'm very excited about TrueNited, and I'm glad to be on the call. And I really appreciate all what you guys are doing for us, because it's about belief. And I'm going 4 years with TrueNited, and I'm just excited as it was the first day. But I had a great day today.
So let's go back a little bit.
Okay.
You came to the meeting on Friday. You know, we have a very short notice meeting, so you were the only one that showed up to the meeting, right? Let's be honest to everybody. You showed up to the meeting. You came. You're great as always. You're a funny guy. You're smiling. I haven't met yet somebody that doesn't like you. So your personality is awesome. You look like Cheech Marine. So that kind of, you have that going for you as well. But you know what? Something that you told me in that meeting is that you've been striking out, right?
Yes.
You've tried sharing this with people. You've maybe overcomplicated things and maybe, you know, said too much or whatever. So maybe let's start there. Tell people what you told me at that meeting, and let's go from there, and then we can move to today.
Okay, well, when we came out with the challenge, I was all excited. I said, I'm going to knock this out of the park. And I went out there and I started talking to people that I know, customers who I have a very good rapport with, and they like me, I like them, we do business and everything's really cool. Except that when I said, I'm going to do this happen, and I went out there and I did like 2 presentations, and it was like I failed, Carlos. It was like, gee, I can't get this message across. And I've been trying to figure it out, you know, trying to figure out, what do I say? What do I do? How do I follow the message? And I totally believe in the program, but I wasn't able to get that message across to people. For some reason, I was really, I don't know, I was just not getting the point across, or maybe what you said, I was talking too much and I wasn't listening. Mm-hmm. And then, but I'm not a quitter. I keep trying things, and I know sooner or later it's going to click. Well, you called me that you were going to be in town. I said, okay, I'll be there. I tried to get some of my group people there, but it was kind of a late notice and I just couldn't get them there. But I was going to be there. And that meeting changed everything for me, because you were talking to me and to the people that were there about how we should approach this. And it worked very, very well today. And what Carlos has said is, a lot of people don't get recognition. They really don't. They're building a business, they're busy, and people are pulling them this way and this way, but nobody ever stops to say, hey, Bob, you're doing a great job. I just want to thank you for being part of my business, but I just want to say, hey, look what you've done with your business. So Carlos, that was very, very powerful. And I came home and I thought about that. I said, that was very intriguing, because I'm always listening, but sometimes I don't hear. But your system that you said to me on Friday was so simple. I said, I can do that. And I have a lot of customers, but what you did with me and what you said on Friday was that. It was perfect.
That's awesome, brother. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really exciting.
I saw the light turn on. You know, when we were talking on Friday,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, I saw it in your eyes, right? Because sometimes it's little things, and trust me, I've been thinking about this a lot, and you know, the thing out there is that we as human beings are self-centered, right?
Mm-hmm.
No matter how much of a giver we are or anything else, we care the most about ourselves. So when we get out of our way to add value to somebody else and to make him feel good, to make him feel special, to make him feel important, it just changes their whole day, and it could change their whole life potentially. So tell us what happened today. You went to see 3 people and 3 business owners that you knew. You walked into their businesses, and what happened?
Well, okay. Over the weekend, I was thinking, okay, I'm really going to start today to make this happen. I was going to do exactly what you told me to do. And I walked in there, and my first customer says, "Oh, Roger, I haven't seen you in 6 months. What are you going to sell me today?" I said, "I ain't going to sell you anything." And she looked at me like, "Really?" And I said, "How's it going?" And she said, "Good," and everything's going good. And I said, "Hey, I just wanted to stop by and thank you and thank you for doing business with me. And I just want to say, look what you've done to your business. I remember when I first met you, it was small, you've expanded, you're busy." I said, "You have done a terrific job in this." And I tell you, Carlos, she lit up like a candle.
Mm-hmm.
She really did. And then she says, "What are you doing now?" And I said, "Well, I have this True United challenge." And I'd like to kind of explain it to you. I walked out of there, and she was all excited about the True United program. And I said to myself, wow. And then I actually went out, and I went back in. And I said, "Hey, you know, I just want to say I do really appreciate you. And thanks for listening to me." And you know what she said? "You made me feel good today, Roger. Thank you." Amazing.
That's
So
awesome.
there was one. So I had to go see a newer client across town. I get there, I do my business. And just before I ended, I said to him, I said, "By the way, Randy, I want to tell you that look what you've done with your business. You're very into it. I appreciate the time you give me, but you are really, really good in what you do. And I see you're renting cars, you're selling cars, but you're very personal with people. And I think that's very, very good on your part." He looked at me and said, "Hey, thank you, Roger. That's really nice of you to say." And I said, "Well, I'm with the True United program. I just want to share it with it." I shared it with them. And he says, "I'll look at it, but I'm a little busy now. But you know what? I want you to come back and give me information, and I will share it for everybody that buys a car or rents a car." Is that amazing, Carlos?
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That is
and,
awesome.
and all I did on my pitch was I went reverse, just like you said. I went in there and I said, "Hey, Carlos, I want to say thank you very much for being my customer. But boy, I want to just say, look what you've done with your business. I see you put in the hours, and look, it's really paying off. And these people light up like a candle."
Yeah.
And I walked out with 2 today.
Yeah. Tell me about the last one, because that one was powerful too.
The last one I walked into, and he says to me, "Roger, I haven't seen you in about 5 months too." He said, "How you doing?" I said, "Fine." "How was Thanksgiving?" I said, "Fine." And I started talking to him, and he asked me what I was doing. I kind of shared True United with him, and he was like, "Wow, that sounds really, really good." And then I kind of said to him, I said, "Boy, look at what you did here. You expanded your business here." I said, "Tony, you really have vision, and that's why you're successful. You're putting the effort into the business." And I'm just not saying this because you do business with me and I see what you do. And I just want to say I really appreciate what you do for me, but I'm very awed of it. I told him I'm very excited to see what's happening with your business. I remember when I first met you, you were just starting this business, and look at the place is full of people. He looked at me, and we were to the side, and I thought he was going to cry.
Wow.
I really thought he was going to cry. And I said, "Hey, Tony, you're a great guy." And then he says, "Hey, Roger, I want more information on what you have. I'm excited about it." And he says, I said, "Hey, I'll give you more information." And you know what he says to me? "When are you coming back to give me the info?" Is that amazing? Where they're asking me, when are you coming back?
Yeah.
What you did last Friday to give me that, it kind of takes out the the pressure of them and pressure of me, because I know these folks. But when I go in, I'll say, how's your business? How's this doing? How can I help you? We're all so busy doing that. We forget that the most important thing is people being recognized for what they're doing. I did that today, and it turned like magic. Everybody will join TrueNited. And I'll tell you, Carlos, it made a difference in me. When I walked back to my car on all these things, I felt so good. I felt like I did something really, really nice. And I'm telling you, these customers like me. We laugh, we joke, I tell stories. You know, I just go in there and sometimes act like a clown, but we all have a good time. I go into some of these businesses, I'll give you an example. I have this one, but they're all mechanics. I come into the place, they all stop working, they all come into the office, and we just have a good time for about 20 minutes. But we laugh and we smile and we have a good time. But I'll tell you, I'm real excited about TrueNited, because I tell you, you give me a couple of months, I will be knocking this out of the park. But I really got to thank you, Carlos, because that was the magic piece that I was missing, you know? And when I did that, all these people lit up like a candle.
Yeah. Roger, I want to congratulate you, because you did the hardest part, which is you took action.
Yes.
You went out there, you took action, you caught the advice or the few words that I shared with you, and you went and put it into practice. And maybe you were unsure, maybe you didn't know if it was going to work, but you went and did it anyways. And you're finding out that, you know, what is most important to people is to feel important, to feel appreciated, to feel recognized.
And they thanked me, because especially Tony at the end, he said, Roger, I really, really glad and happy that you believed in me enough to share this with me. Whoa, it was stunning.
Yes.
And the exciting thing is, it's not about me, you know? And I could tell you this, if I had a new product, all three of them would have bought it.
Yep.
With my business.
Yeah,
they would have bought it hands down. They trusted me. They believed in me. Okay. And I believed in them. But boy, when I did that edification, it just opened the door for TrueNited like you just can't believe. And folks, you may be in this and kind of missing it, and maybe not getting the results that you want. I tell you, I wasn't getting the results, but I was able to listen. I got on, I did exactly what Carlos told me. And the exciting thing, it turned my whole business around. And I can't get back out to tomorrow, because I have already lined up 6 customers tomorrow, and I guarantee all of them will be part of my program. And when the first one said, are you coming back Friday to sign me up? I said, yes, I'll be here Friday. And she says, I'm going to get the vitamins. That's what she told me.
Nice.
And then I go to the next guy. He wasn't really quite interested in the program, but he understood what I was doing. He said, you know, Roger, you really helped me out, and I really appreciate the good works. Give me your information, because I'll give it to everybody that rents a car or buys a car from me.
That's awesome, Roger.
Voila.
Congratulations, brother.
The second guy is ready to go.
Yep.
And the thing is, I just want to tell people that don't get discouraged. You may get a no. And you were talking a little earlier about people that tell you no. You know how many people have told me no in business? Quite a few. But guess what? You never burn a bridge. You always say thank you. I appreciate your time. Because you know what? I go back and sign them up again. And you know why I sign them up? They know somebody who I did business with. And they'll say, hey, Roger, go talk to Carlos. I said, well, I think I've seen Carlos. But Carlos said no. I walk in. I said, hey, Sam down the street said you'd be interested, and I walk out with a deal.
Yeah.
Very good.
Tell somebody. Thank you so much. Appreciate your story, brother. And I know that this December and 2020 is going to be amazing for you.
I'm looking very forward to it. And I have a lot of energy. I've turned 68 this year, and people tell me, when are you going to retire, Roger? I said, what am I going to retire from? I love people. I talk to people all day long. We tell stories. But the greatest thing that I've learned from Friday is when you said, edified those people. They don't get enough.
Yes.
Even when people do it to me, I know how I feel. Wow, that was nice of him to say that.
So proud of you, brother. So proud of you. So thankful for you. This gratitude December, man. I'm thankful for people like you and United in my life. And man, it's going to be an amazing success story. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate
Thank
you.
you, Carlos.
Awesome, everybody.
Yeah.
Well, I want to end it right there, honestly. I want to make this short and sweet. Enjoy your night. Still some time, 30 minutes for you to pick up the phone, call somebody, text somebody, tell them that you appreciate them, tell them you're grateful for them. Make it about them.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody. Have a
Yep.
wonderful night.
Good night, everybody.